Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to NIRSIM. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I am going to ask you people something. Do you know the meaning of MAGA in in Nigeria? It's actually a slang. But when if I call you a MAGA, it means you are a fool. I mean, like you are stupid. You just do not, you are ignorant. And there are some other things that are, but I am just going to stop here because majority of the times when I see other people that say they are MAGA, I know you do not mean well for me because MAGAs do not mean well for anybody. Because tell me how Black people and other people, like, I don't want to say other people because I do not see other people fighting for every other person aside from Black people. When Black people are fighting against the injustice that is going on, that is happening to everybody, and MAGAs are saying, no, we want the injustice to continue to be happening to you. And you are telling me that I am going to be in alignment or I am going to be in community with you. No, I cannot be in community with somebody that do not mean well for me. So for those that may have left or lost friends that are MAGA, you did yourself good because you are working to dismantle the system that is oppressing you. They are working so that the system that is oppressing you will not be dismantled. So you can see that it's two distinct that can never meet, right? So you made a very good decision. And you all already know that these people can never, ever be in community with you. Let's get into this video.
Black people are chasing money while white cops are hunting them down using that same money as bait to bring them down. Black people are sending their children to schools where white people are teaching their children false information that leads to imprisonment, while white people are teaching their children how to hunt your children down. See, every generation has to grow up. The generation that you see of these so-called police officers was left from a generation where a lot of us saw them as too soft for us to fight. We never saw them as any type of competition or a threat. If you were to fight a white boy back then, they called you soft. These are the same individuals that are committing these crimes today. Don't let that go over your head. See, once this generation moves forward, another generation has to come up. Do you really think they have not taught their children what to do with your children? That's where a lot of you miss the mark. These are the same individuals, the same cops that you see. It's still them. While you are voting, Black people, they have put themselves in position as police officers, as judges, as lawyers. Who put them there? Have you ever asked yourself who put them there? Who appointed them? No one. They were so busy with oppressing you. You couldn't see it. You wouldn't even know what was going on. Just one day out the blue, they had a town hall meeting. We need a couple of you guys to go watch some of these niggas. Who's going to volunteer? Bob. 50 of them, 40 of them. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, Jethro. I'll do it. Yeah. I'll do it. I'm going to go watch them niggas. Make sure they don't come around our neighborhoods. And they all clapped. That's how they did it. They appointed themselves. And to make sure you never catch up to them. When it came time, they said, you know what? You want to become a cop like me or an officer like me, you got to go to school. You're going to need some money. You want to become a doctor like me? You got to go to school. Put in about 8-10 years. They'll never tell you. The doctor ain't going to tell you. That white doctor not going to tell you that he was experimenting on black women. He was experimenting on black children. Cutting them up. Injecting them with disease. They're not going to tell you that. How do you think the president became the president? They appointed a cracker while they were oppressing you. And now you got to have credentials to do it. So they made sure that you could never catch up to them. And as soon as you think you're going to catch up to them, they flip that shit on your ass. A lot of you are in the army. You're going to tell me that they worked hard for that? They just did it. But for you, they got to reconstruct your mindset. Show you who the enemy is. They got to make sure you start thinking like them. They got to make sure when you look at someone that looks like you, that you see them as the enemy. That's why a lot of y'all fucked up. With PTSD and shit. And they still don't respect you, do they? Because I done seen a lot of y'all crying and tripping about how racist they are. What did you think? Oh, they treating you unfairly? What did you think was going to happen? They can't trust you. You sold out your own people. You sold out your own people, and you think that they will trust you. pity the fools. They're using money for bait while they hunt you down in the street. When will you all wake up to what it is? You don't see that these people are murderers, liars, actors, using titles to psych your mind to believe that they are better than you. All the while, they're surviving by killing you.
Hey, MAGA, come here. I know talking to y'all is like talking to a bag of rancid cat shit, but let me see if I can help y'all understand something, because I think you guys aren't getting it, okay? There was a time in this world where we could disagree politically, still be friends, still interact with people. And then Donald Trump came along. And now, after watching people not only support this man, but act as though he's the second coming of Kenny Loggins' Jesus, we are done. We don't ever have to interact with you. I'll tell you exactly why I brought this up. So recently, an author basically said in no unsimple terms that she will not be signing books or anything like that for MAGA people. And Book Talk has lost his goddamn mind. I'm trying to figure out why. If an author does not want to interact with people that voted against women's rights, it is her right to do so. I have seen artists, people that paint, people that draw, people that write comic books and things of that nature, or they publish comic books, or they talk about comic books, where they said they're not interacting or entertaining any of you MAGA fucking people, which is their right to do so. You see, what you fail to understand is none of this shit has ever been about policies or politics. It has always been about character. Character. I don't even know in my lifetime of a president that has been so polarizing that we have forgotten the policies and only looked at the character of the person. And Donald Trump is that one. Donald Trump absolutely 100% is that one. Every time some new scandal came out about that man, there was always an excuse. Every time that man said or did something that was just heinous, there was always an excuse. And 99 out of 100% of the time, it was MAGA people that were doing it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a whole lot of hanger-ons. A lot of Republicans looked the other way while this sumbitch was doing this shit. We're not talking about them. We're talking about MAGA people. You don't get to come in people's spaces. You don't get to ever ask or demand any level of civility from anyone, anywhere, at any time, the end, period. Because your character is shown. Y'all will maybe eventually get it one day, probably on your deathbed, but the facts on the ground are still the same. Your character speaks a hell of a lot louder than anything coming out of your mouth. And people are not interacting with you. People don't want a goddamn thing to do with you. They want you to leave them the fuck alone. That's what they want. So if an author tells you or asks you who you voted for and you say Trump and that author says thanks but no thanks, get out of my face, eat it. Live with it. Live with it. If you had a family group chat and then people find out that you or somebody in that group chat voted for Donald Trump and then they exit themselves out of the group chat, live with it. Because Donald Trump doesn't represent policies because he's never had any. All Donald Trump has ever represented was character. His character is heinous. You defending that is worse. Because that means you know this motherfucker ain't shit. And yet here you are standing in people's faces trying to fucking sell something nobody wants to buy. And I'm sorry, if somebody says go fuck yourself, it's their right to do so. If they don't want to talk to you or deal with you or talk or be in a space with you or sign a book or anything like that, that is their right to do so. That is their right. With your vote, with your support of this man, you are telling every woman friend you have, every person in the marginalized community, a black person, a Latino person, Asian Pacific Islander, Jewish person, Native and Indigenous person, what you were telling them is you do not give a fuck how heinous this man is. You wanted him in the White House. 2016 was a character. 2016 was a character election. 2024 was a character election. 2020 was a character election. And some of you failed it. Some of you failed the test. But you want everything to go back to normal? No. It will never, ever, ever go back to normal. You understand that? Your continued support of this man means that there will never be a normal to go back to. Don't nobody want to fuck with y'all. They don't. They literally loathe you. And that is writers, artists, singers, politics, whatever. If you voted for this, not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. If you were still out here on that MAGA train, if you were still out here acting as though you don't see the damage this piece of shit is doing, and you think people are just going to go back to the way things were, you are out of your motherfucking mind. There is no going back to the way things are. This is your new normal. Civility went out the fucking window the moment you pulled the lever for the 3rd time for that man. Civility is no longer on the table when you defend that motherfucker. Stop acting like people should capitulate and go back to the way things were because you feel a way about people telling you, go fuck yourself.
This is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, that lady did not lie. Because if you look around, you absolutely will see what is going on. That's why when what happened between Anthony and Austin, you all know that my people are always the one that let things go. Black people are not. Yeah. Because if my people are the way they are, trust me, everybody would have been on the wall. But no, that is not the people we are. That doesn't mean that if you provoke people that they won't do something. But I know my people. My people don't know how to hate. My people don't know how to be mean. My people will not see what will benefit others and say that it will benefit others. That is not who they are. They are kind people. And so far, if there is something that they've been working on, it's nothing but to dismantle the system that has been pressing them. That is what they are asking for. Revenge is out of it. Because if you look around, that is what they think that was going to happen. No. We want equal rights and freedom. Black people want equal rights and freedom. They want reparations to be paid. They want the system to be dismantled. That's it. They go around, that is stealing. They go around telling their kids how to do this. But my people don't do that. That is not who we are. That is not Black people. They were scared that what if this woman becomes the president? What is going to happen? It means we are not going to, our husbands. I remember I've been saying this all the time. I brought that video here. Our husband, we have to depend on them. So you people who are scared of surviving or survival tactics or being kept in that kind of corner, but you want to keep other people in that kind of corner. For the person that refused to sign book for MAGA, kudos to the person, because I would never do that. You are supporting this administration and you think you're going to have any, because supporting, see, let me tell you something. I don't know who you are, but if you are listening to me, let me tell you something. Anybody that supports MAGA do not like you. Whether you are his neighbor, his husband, or something, because you are fighting for your freedom and somebody is voting against your freedom. You are fighting for the system that has been oppressing Black people and other people of color to be dismantled. You are fighting for it to continue to hold. You are fighting for rights for women. They are fighting so you do not have that right. You are fighting for a better government for everybody. They are working against you. So how do you want me to stand or stay in the same place with you? For those that have made decision that anything that got to do with MAGA, if you are a MAGA supporter, right, that they don't got nothing to do with it, it is because you are working against their freedom and their everything about them. So if people that you used to be in the same space with are no longer in the same space with you, probably because of who you voted for, it is because you do not mean well. You never meant well for the person. I will draw the card and bye for now.